Hello student, today we will discuss a new topic of band theory that is called Hall effect. So this effect was first discovered by Hall in 1879. So because of his name, this effect is named as Hall effect. As he has discovered this effect, so that effect is called your Hall effect. So let us first discuss what is Hall effect. When a specimen, that specimen can be a metal or can be a semiconductor. So when a specimen carrying a current I is placed in a transverse magnetic field B, then a potential is developed in that specimen. And that potential is developed perpendicular to both current and the magnetic field. So this type of effect is called the Hall effect. So let us consider that we have a specimen which we have kept like this. Let I is the direction of the current in the specimen which we have applied along the positive x-axis, and along the z direction we have applied the magnetic field. Let W and T are the width and the thickness of the bar respectively. So we know that the magnetic field Fm equal to Q into Vx into B. Vx is the velocity of the electron. If the direction of the current is along the positive x-axis, then the electron will move along the negative x-axis. So when you put these values over here, then for Q we have put minus E because electron has negative charge. So Vx equal to minus Vx I cap cross B K cap because B is along the Z axis. So you'll get E Vxb into J cap. That means the force of the magnetic field is along the negative Y axis. So the electron will experience a deflecting force in downward direction of the Y axis, that is along the negative Y direction. So this causes the negative charges to accumulate on the bottom face while positive ions are collected at the upper surface. So like this, the positive ions are accumulated here and the negative charges are accumulated here. So because of this type of accumulation, an electric field is developed between these two, and that electric field is called your Hall electric field. So the applied electric field is along the x-axis, but the Hall electric field is along the y-axis. And the effect is called your Hall effect. Now let us calculate Hall voltage and Hall coefficient. So let us find out the formula for these two. So the force on the electron due to the Hall electric field is equal to minus EH, minus sign is for the charge of the electron. And the force on the magnetic field is minus EVx Bz. So in equilibrium, both force has to be equal. So EEH equal to EVx Bz. So now both sides will cancel out E. So we have EH equal to Vx into Bz. So the current density in the x direction can be written as Jx equal to NeVx. So minus sign again is for electron and N is the concentration of the electron. Concentration is defined as the number of electron per unit volume. So Vx equal to Jx upon by minus Ne. Now using 2 in equation 1, so the current density is along the x direction. So Jx equal to minus Ne Vx, where N is the concentration of the electron, which we have already discussed. Now using equation 2 in 1, we have Eh equal to minus Jx upon my Ne into Bz. We have put the value of Vx in equation 1. So this can be written as minus 1 by Ne Jx Bz. So from here it is clear that since Ne is constant, so EH is directly proportional to Jx, current density, and as well as the magnetic field. So we can write minus 1 by Ne equal to RH, which is the proportionality constant, and that proportionality constant is known as Hall coefficient. So EH by JX BZ equal to RH. So that is equal to minus 1 by NE. So RH is negative as we are getting negative value for that. So RH is negative as we are getting it is minus 1 by NE. So negative sign basically is coming because of the electron, because of the negative charge of the electron. If we have hole as the charge carrier in the specimen, then RH is equal to 1 upon my P, which is positive. So from this, it is clear that the RH carries the sign of the majority charge carrier of the specimen. So like this, we can classify the type of semiconductor, that which type of semiconductor we are using, whether it is P type or N type. Because if we are using N type semiconductor, then our RH is coming to be negative. But if we are using a P type semiconductor, then our RH is coming to be positive. Now let us express the Hall electric field EH in terms of Hall potential difference PA, VH. So EH equal to VH upon my T. So we can write Jx equal to current upon my area. So RH equal to EH by Jx into Bz. This is from equation 3. So now putting the value of EH and Jx, EH equal to VH upon my T, A upon my Ix, 1 upon my Bz. Now area equal to W into T. So T cancel out. So RH we are getting to be VH, W, Ix, Bz. This is one of the important relationship in point of view of the numerical. So in exams, it help you to solve different type of numericals. And also one thing I would like to mention here, your RH decreases, the Hall coefficient decreases when the temperature increases in case of the semiconductor, because RH equal to 1 upon NE. When the temperature increases, the concentration of electron in the semiconductor increases. So RH decreases. But when it comes to metal, then RH is independent of the temperature. Whether it increase or decrease, its value is not going to be changed. Now we will discuss the mobility and the Hall angle. Now what is mobility? Mobility is basically related to the drift velocity of the electron. So mobility tells us how the drift velocity is acquired by the electron per unit applied electric field. So mobility is defined as the drift velocity Vx acquired per unit electric field. So mu equal to Vx upon my E. So we can write here Vx equal to mu E. Here mu E is the here mu E represents the mobility and the electric field. This is the applied electric field, not Hall electric field. So we know that Jx equal to sigma E. So E equal to Jx upon by sigma. So mu can be written as mu equal to Vx. We will replace E here as sigma upon my Jx. So this is coming to be Vx sigma upon my Ne Vx, because Jx equal to Ne Vx. So mu equal to coming to be sigma upon my Ne or sigma upon my Rh. So this is basically the relation between the mobility and the Hall coefficient. Now from equation 2, we know that EH equal to Vx Bz. So using equation 6 in it, EH equal to mu E Vz. So mu equal to EH upon my E, mu equal to EH upon my E into 1 upon my Bz. This factor EH upon my E is known as your Hall angle, and it is represented by tan theta h into 1 by Bz. Since theta h is small, so we can write also only theta h over here. So mu equal to theta h upon my Bz. So Hall angle tan theta h equal to mu Bz. And tan theta h is basically or defined as EH upon my E. EH is the Hall electric field, E is the applied electric field. So let us find out where exactly the Hall angle we can define. The angle is defined between which two vectors. So now we have two types of electric field. One is applied electric field and other one is the Hall electric field. Now the applied electric field is along the x-axis and the Hall electric field is along the y-axis. So the resultant electric field will be along this direction. So theta h is this angle because tan theta h equal to EH upon my E. So tan at the Hall angle is defined as it is the angle between the applied electric field and the resultant electric field. And mathematically it is defined as tan theta h equal to EH upon my E. So this complete your Hall effect. Now we will discuss some importance of Hall effect or application of the Hall effect or significance of Hall effect. The sign of RH can be used to determine the type of the semiconductor. We can find out the carrier concentration if RH is known. Mobility of the charge carrier can also be determined. The Hall effect can also be used to determine the power flow in a electromagnetic wave because VH is proportional to EH is proportional to BZ, and Poynting vector we know that it is E into H or E cross H, which is basically represent the flow of power for EM wave. It has various engineering application too. It is also used as magnetometers. In smartphones, basically we have magnetic compass, which help us to measure the Earth's magnetic field using a 3-axis magnetometer. So these magnetometers are the sensor based on Hall effect, and this sensor produce a voltage proportional to the applied magnetic field and also sense polarity. It is also used as a current sensor and many more. Positioning of sensing in a brushless DC electric motor. It is also used in automotive fuel level indicator and so on. Thank you. Hope this video will help you to learn Hall effect.